Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. How are you today? Today, I am here with Olivia, and today we are going to talk about why you cannot understand native speakers and how to fix it.
Hello, everyone. I am very happy to be here today. Let's start our conversation.
So, Olivia, how are you today?
I am very good, thank you. I am excited about today's topic. I think many learners have this problem.
Yes, I think so too. This is a very common problem for beginners.
Yes, many students study English for years, but when they listen to a native speaker, they do not understand anything.
That is so true. It can feel very frustrating.
Yes, they think, my English is not good enough, but that is not always the reason.
Exactly. There are many reasons why this happens, and today we are going to talk about all of them.
I love that. Let's help our listeners today.
Before we start, I want to ask, Olivia, do you remember the first time you listened to a native speaker?
Oh, yes. I remember it very well. I was watching an American movie. The people were speaking so fast. I could not understand one word.
Oh, really? That sounds familiar.
Yes, I turned on the subtitles, and I thought, this is impossible.
Yes, I think many of our listeners feel the same way. Do not worry, it is normal.
Absolutely. And it is something you can fix. That is the good news.
So let's talk about the first big reason. Why do many learners not understand native speakers?
The first reason is speed. Native speakers speak very, very fast.
Yes. In English class, the teacher speaks slowly. But in real life, nobody speaks like that.
That is so true. Native speakers do not think about how fast they are speaking. They just talk.
And when words come very fast, beginners cannot catch them.
Right. Your brain needs time to translate, but the speaker does not stop and wait.
So speed is one big problem. What is another reason?
The second reason is connected speech. This is very important.
Oh, connected speech. Can you explain that?
Yes. In English, words connect together. They do not sound separate. They blend.
Can you give an example?
Yes. For example, what are you doing? In slow English, you say each word. But in fast English, it sounds like, what are you doing?
Wow, that sounds so different.
Yes, and beginners hear, what are you doing? And they think, I do not know this word.
But it is just, what are you doing, said fast.
Exactly. So the words are not new, but the sound is new.
That is so interesting. I never thought about it like that.
Another example, I am going to becomes I'm gonna. Or I want to becomes I wanna.
Ah, yes, gonna and wanna. Many beginners see these in songs and movies.
Yes, they're very common in spoken English.
So if a beginner hears gonna, they should know it means going to?
Yes, exactly. And wanna means want to. These are very useful to know.
Great. So we have speed and connected speech. What is the third reason?
The third reason is accents. There are many different English accents.
Ah, yes. American English, British English, Australian English, they all sound different.
Yes, and even inside one country, there are many accents. An American from Texas sounds different from an American from New York.
That is very true. So beginners learn one accent in school, but then hear a different one?
Yes, and it feels like a completely different language.
That sounds very confusing.
It can be, but the more you listen, the easier it becomes.
Good point. Practice is very important.
Yes, and we will talk about how to practice in a moment.
I am looking forward to that. But first, what is another reason?
The fourth reason is informal language and slang.
Slang. Yes, this is a big one.
Slang is informal words that native speakers use in everyday conversation. You will not find them in most textbooks.
Can you give some examples of common slang?
Yes. For example, cool means good or nice. Hang out means to spend time with friends. Broke means you have no money.
Oh, I know those. Yes, native speakers say these all the time.
Yes, but if you only studied formal English, you might not understand them.
That is a great point. Formal English and everyday English are very different.
Yes, in a textbook you read, "How are you?" But in real life, people say, "Hey, what's up?"
Right. And what's up just means how are you? But a beginner might not know that.
Exactly. It is just informal, but it can be confusing at first.
So we have talked about the problems. Now let's talk about solutions. How can beginners improve their listening?
Great question. The first tip is listen every day. Not just sometimes, every day.
That is very important. Little by little, every day.
Yes, even 10 minutes a day is helpful. You can listen to podcasts, songs, videos, anything in English.
That is a useful tip. Even 10 minutes helps.
Yes, your ears need to get used to the sounds of English. It takes time, but it works.
Let's give another example for our listeners.
Sure. For example, you can watch a short YouTube video in English every morning, just 5 or 10 minutes.
That sounds easy and fun.
Yes, and you do not need to understand everything. Just listen. Let the sounds enter your ears.
Oh, that is a good way to think about it. Just listen. Do not stress.
Yes, stress makes it harder. Relax and listen.
What is the second tip?
The second tip is use subtitles wisely. First, watch with English subtitles, not your language, English subtitles.
Ah, that is a good idea, because you see the words and hear the sounds at the same time.
Exactly. Your brain connects the written word and the spoken word. This is very helpful.
And later, you can try without subtitles.
Yes, after some practice, turn off the subtitles and try to listen alone.
That sounds like a good challenge.
It is. And when you can understand without subtitles, you will feel very proud.
I love that. Now, I want to explain something about connected speech for our listeners.
Yes, go ahead.
When we say, did you eat, in fast English, it can sound like, did you eat?
Yes, that is a great example. The D and Y sounds blend together to make a J sound.
So, did you becomes didja. This is called a sound change in connected speech.
That is right. And once you know this, you will start to hear it everywhere.
Yes, and it will not feel so strange anymore.
Exactly. Knowledge is power. When you understand why something sounds different, it is less confusing.
Let's also talk about weak sounds. This is another important thing for listening.
Oh, yes. In English, small words like the, and, of are often very quiet.
Yes, they are weak. We do not stress them.
For example, a cup of tea in fast English sounds like a cup of tea. The of becomes very short.
That is interesting. So learners need to know that small words become smaller in fast speech.
Yes, the important words, the nouns and verbs, are louder and clearer. The small grammar words are quiet.
So beginners should focus on the clear, strong words first.
Yes, that is a great strategy. Listen for the main words. You can often understand the meaning even if you miss the small words.
That is a very helpful tip. Thank you, Olivia.
Of course, this is what our podcast is here for.
Now, I have a question for all of you listening today. What is your biggest problem with listening in English? Is it speed? Is it accents? Is it slang? Please write your answer in the comments. We want to know.
Yes, we read all the comments. We love hearing from you.
Olivia, let's talk about another tip. What else can beginners do?
The third tip is shadow native speakers. Do you know what shadowing is?
Some listeners may not know. Can you explain it?
Of course. Shadowing means you listen to a native speaker and you repeat exactly what they say at the same time. like a shadow.
Oh, that sounds interesting. So you copy the rhythm, the speed, the intonation?
Yes, exactly. You do not just listen, you speak along. This trains your mouth and your ears at the same time.
That sounds like very useful practice.
It is. Many language learners use this method. It is very popular and very effective.
Where can beginners find material to shadow?
They can use this podcast. They can listen and repeat after us.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yes. Listen to us and try to copy how we speak.
Yes, and you can also use YouTube videos, movies, or songs. Any native speaker content is good.
Songs are great because you can sing and practice at the same time.
Yes, music is a wonderful way to learn. You remember words better when they are in a song.
That is very true. I still remember vocabulary from songs I learned years ago.
Exactly. Music stays in your memory.
Okay, what is the fourth tip?
The fourth tip is do not stop when you do not understand. This is very important.
Oh, yes. Many beginners stop listening when they hear a word they do not know.
Yes, they get stuck on one word and then they miss the next 5 sentences.
That is so true. We try to understand every single word.
But in real life, you do not need to understand every word. You need to understand the meaning.
Yes. Context is very helpful. The words around an unknown word can help you understand it.
Exactly. Use the context clues. Listen to the whole sentence, the whole paragraph.
And if you miss something, keep going. Do not stop.
Yes, stopping too often makes listening very hard and stressful.
Good advice. Just keep going and trust your understanding.
Yes, your brain will catch more and more each time you practice.
That is encouraging. Let me ask our listeners something. If you are enjoying this episode, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us so much, and it means we can make more episodes like this one for you.
Yes, thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot to us.
Olivia, do you have one more tip for us?
Yes, the 5th tip is talk to native speakers if you can.
Oh, yes. Real conversation is different from just listening.
Yes, when you talk to someone, you have to listen and respond quickly. There is no pause button.
That is true. In real conversation, you cannot rewind.
Exactly. So it trains you to process English faster.
Where can beginners find native speakers to talk to?
There are many apps and websites for this. Language exchange apps are very popular. You help someone learn your language, and they help you learn English.
Oh, that is a great idea. You both help each other.
Yes, it is free and very helpful, and you make friends from around the world.
That sounds fun, too. Learning English and making new friends at the same time.
Exactly. 2 good things together.
Let me also mention one more thing about accents. Should beginners pick one accent to focus on?
That is a good question. Yes, at the beginning, it helps to choose one accent. American or British are the most common.
And stick with that one for a while.
Yes, once you are comfortable with one accent, you can start listening to others. It becomes easier over time.
That makes sense. Start with one, then expand.
Yes, step by step. You do not need to understand every accent on day 1.
That is very reassuring for beginners. Okay, let's do a quick review of everything we talked about today.
Good idea. The first reason you cannot understand native speakers is speed. They speak very fast.
The second reason is connected speech. Words blend together and sound different.
The third reason is accents. There are many different English accents.
The fourth reason is slang and informal language. Textbooks do not always teach these.
And the 5 tips to improve are listen every day, use English subtitles, try shadowing, do not stop when you do not understand, and talk to native speakers.
That is a wonderful summary. Thank you so much, Olivia.
Thank you. This was a really enjoyable conversation today.
I hope all of our listeners learned something useful today. Remember, you can understand native speakers. It just takes practice and time.
Yes, do not give up. Every day you get a little better, and one day it will all click.
I love that. One day it will all click. That is a beautiful way to say it.
Thank you. Keep going, everyone. You are doing great.
Today was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed our conversation today.
Thank you everyone for listening.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.